Hey everybody, welcome back to BlazeLabs. On this episode, we're going to keep building some parts for our CNC lathe conversion. We're going to start with this spacer. It's about 2 1/8 inches long. It's going to be drilled and tapped on both ends. And it's going to walk us through most of the basic operations that we can do on the lathe. Let's take a look at the tools that we're going to use. First, we're going to use this tool to take a facing pass. We're going to take a very small amount of material off the front of our round bar. Next, we're going to use a center drill to very precisely drill a pilot hole. We're going to use a drill to get the hole started for our number 10 tap. Then we're going to use a general turning tool. We're going to run this along the length of the bit. And this is going to help us just make sure that it's nice and round and that we have a nice smooth finish on it. Once we're all done, we're going to use this parting bit to slice this off of a longer piece of rod. After that's done, we will have something that looks like this. And we'll have to flip it around, drill, and tap the other side. This will show us all of the basic operations on our mini lathe here. So let's get started. are 4 custom spacers, 2 1/8 inches long, drilled and tapped on both ends. So these spacers are going to sit on this plate that we milled. I didn't actually make a video of this, but we'll make some videos of some stuff like this soon. So spacers are going to sit on here, and they're actually going to space a stepper motor off. And the stepper motor is going to turn a screw, and the screw is going to perform a lot of the lathe movements that we just saw. So as I'm turning the hand wheels on the lathe, this motor is going to be doing a lot of that and is ultimately going to be computer controlled. So lots of precision and lots of 3D geometry that we can start to cut onto cylindrical stocks. Okay, so on the next episode, we have a couple more parts to make before we can really start attaching motors to the machine. Looks like we have a few motor couplers. So we have our plate, we have our spacers, we can get the motor on, and it looks like we can get the other motor on. So basically X and Z motors we can put on. The one thing that we're missing is the hand wheels. So I have this piece of 2-inch aluminum stock. This is 2 inches by 6 inches. And we're basically going to turn this into a circular wheel that we can turn. And we're going to try to use this knurling wheel on it. And that's going to put this sort of striated texture on it. Try to cut that into it and have a handle as well so that we can turn it nice and easily. So that handle will sit on the back of the motor, and when the motor is not engaged, that will allow us to still manually control the machine and walk it through all of the motions that we saw. All right, so yeah, maybe that will be the next project. Maybe we'll go straight to trying to make a hand wheel out of this large piece of stock. So that should be a rocking good time. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel and click the like button. Check us out next time, and hopefully we don't turn this into a paperweight.